Ian, can we have a few words from you, please, for Level?
Yeah, I was going to ask Paul if he owned a suit, because it seems pretty disrespectful to turn up. Everybody else wears a suit. Do you have one?
So I didn't realise it was a funeral. Phil's not wearing a jacket.
Oh, God!
It's under the shirt.
Yes.
Have I got news for you? I'm Alexander Armstrong. In the news this week, in America, former Prime Minister Liz Truss has once again shown her dogged commitment to doing things absolutely her own way. As a new theme park opens to celebrate 20th century light entertainment, one woman foolishly opens her car window in the Rod Hull zone.
I'm scared, but...
And as a movie is made about Donald Trump's night with Stormy Daniels, it's a busy day's work for the sound effects guy. Ian's team tonight is a comedian who says he loves long train journeys where he can just look out of the window for 3 hours or more. So basically any train journey in the UK. Please welcome Phil Wang. On Paul's team tonight is a TV presenter who was once told she was beautiful by Donald Trump, which is why only today the UK's trade minister phoned her and said, "Pack your bags for Washington." Please welcome Steph McGovern. We begin with the bigger news stories of the week. Paul and Steph, here's yours.
Yes.
Liberation Day.
Ah, yes. Now, you know all about this, don't you?
Yeah, that's us getting the odds for the next horse race.
Yeah.
All the cars we can't afford.
Mm-hmm. Elon Musk, yes.
With a giant Dorito on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, trade tariffs. He's basically slapped all the countries he does trade with these tariffs. That's just going to put up prices for everyone.
And what has this day been called?
Liberation Day.
Liberation Day.
Yeah, we're free to lose money.
Yeah.
Should we have a quick look at his specials board?
No, let's not bother.
Yeah.
Specials.
I was just thrilled Malaysia's on it. We're never on anything. I just know at home right now, yeah, it's a 30-whatever% tariff, but people are going, Malaysia,
I noticed all the countries are on that chart, but Russia's not on there, is it?
Yeah, no.
There's no tariff on them.
You know, he did this whole thing, if you look at, for example, Vietnam. I like Vietnam, Vietnam like me.
Has he walked in? Is he here?
That's a 40% tariff, so it's just... I mean, it's just stupidity on a grand scale.
There's no rhyme or reason to it at all. He's placed 10% tariff on these islands near Antarctica where the only inhabitants are penguins. And the penguins are there like, what did we do? I didn't like Happy Feet. I thought it was a terrible movie.
It's exactly like the Eurovision table, except Britain is at the bottom, and that's good. I mean, our Prime Minister's policy of just sucking up to Trump studiously and inserting himself, you know...
Inserting himself?
into his favour.
Oh, I see. I've heard it called many things before, but never his favour.
Who were the big losers?
China?
China, 34%.
Actually, you fooled me, because nearly everyone's a loser in Trump's book. Losers. He's everywhere.
He's in all of us, isn't he?
He is. But he's got a formula, hasn't he? I mean, Britain, by his own formula, we shouldn't be paying anything. Because we've got quite a balance of trade with the States.
Yeah, because it's based on a trade deficit. So it's the trade deficit of a country divided by the total business that America does with the country, divided by 2.
And that's because he's generous.
Yes, so the 2 is a discount, so it's him saying, I'll do it. Why do I keep doing impressions of him? I don't know.
Because he's in everyone.
In all of us, yeah. He wasn't that good when he was.
Stormy McGovern.
Oh my God, I got totally mistaken for Stormy Daniels once, yeah? Wasn't it Private Eye who
I
did it,
shouldn't think so.
You did, you bastard!
No, surely.
I know. It did mean I could put up my prices in Middlesbrough, though.
So, yes, other big losers?
The EU, he really hates.
Yeah, EU, 20%.
They really hate Europe. I mean, I know they hate us.
Yeah, but we only got 10%, so thank God for
I know,
Brexit.
but do you know what's interesting? This is about businesses and countries that are doing well with America. They're the ones that are getting shafted the most. It just shows we're rubbish at trading with America.
Which great wise and respected statesman said this? We're in the same boat with our trading partners. If one partner shoots a hole in the boat, does it make sense for the other one to shoot another hole in the boat? Some say yes and call that getting tough. Well, I call it stupid.
Was it a boat expert?
Not so much.
Really? It's Noah. You thinking of Noah? Is it Noah? More recent than Noah?
Yeah.
Was it the captain of the Titanic?
It was Ronald Reagan.
Oh.
Yeah. Who is this standing by Trump in the Oval Office as he answered questions about tariffs? Who's that?
It's somebody called something Rock.
It's Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what he does?
He's Secretary of State for Defence.
He is a massive country and Western star. He's a white rapper. He's fused hip-hop, country and heavy metal into something wonderful. And he's reportedly having an affair with ultra-conservative Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, who is famous, of course, for giving a hand job to somebody during the musical Beetlejuice.
Who didn't
The
want
things you know on Pointless.
I know. We've had her on.
Was it a category on Pointless?
Not yet.
Musical wanks. I mean, was that something...
Am I on the right programme?
Definitely.
What was the other word that Trump mentioned a lot in his speech?
Bungalow.
Yes.
Let's see.
But likewise, an old-fashioned term that we use, groceries. I used it in the campaign. It's such an old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, groceries. It sort of says a bag with different things in it.
I mean, what, is he 78 now when he wants to run for a 3rd term as well?
And he doesn't seem to think that it's a problem that you're not allowed to. I know that hasn't bothered him in any other sphere of life.
Well, one of the plans is to have J.D. Vance run for president. He wins, and he makes Trump his vice president, and then J.D. Vance resigns as president, and Donald Trump takes over.
Which is exactly the method used by Putin to stay in. Not that I'm saying he copies, admires and loves him.
No. Not at all.
Back to the tariffs. What do we sell to the Americans that will be affected?
Cars.
Yes, aeroplanes, chocolate and cheese. They bought 6,000 tonnes of cheddar last year.
That's why he looks like that.
You were a cheese man?
Am I a cheese man?
Cheese man. Cheese man.
Yeah, I like a Comté.
Yeah.
With hard French cheese.
Yes.
Do you like a Dairy Lee slice?
Never had it. I don't know what that is.
Talking of cheese, why was Elon Musk wearing this hat?
He was campaigning in Wisconsin, which is
Yes.
famous for its cheeses.
Yes, known as the cheese state.
Yes, indeed.
He said he's leaving, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was put-
He's stepping down from Doge.
Right, yeah. He was put in a position to get rid of useless employees, and he's done it.
Yeah.
He's got rid of himself. He's gone now.
It all seems to have got a bit too much for him. Let's have a look at this.
He's become quite sort of depressed, hasn't he?
Does that help Tesla? I mean, you had Tim Waltz, who's a huge jerk, running around on stage with the Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do! What a joke!
This is the man who recently appeared on stage promoting all the cuts to government while wielding a chainsaw.
Yes.
I completely forget from time to time that he's the richest man in the world.
In the world.
And
Yes.
he's miserable. I mean, it's kind of heartening, really. I mean,
How else has Donald Trump been spreading hatred of America around the world?
Just by visiting places.
He's been sending his emissaries.
He's trying to buy Greenland.
Yes, that's right. J.D. Vance has been there. Here he is in his stupid coat.
There was a great moment when Vance was leaving and he waved from the aeroplane and then they pulled back the shot. There's no one there.
Yeah.
Do you know what his first reaction was on arriving in Greenland?
Yes, he said it's cold and nobody warned me.
That's right. He told reporters, "This is cold as shit. Nobody told me."
Wait till he goes to Poundland.
Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio has been somewhere. Where has he been?
Canada.
That's right, yes. Marco Rubio may not be very popular in Canada, but they still put the red carpet out for him. Here's a bit of fun. Who can tell me what happens next?
Go on, Em. Ooh. Are we on, so the maple leaf is the symbol of Canada, isn't it? I have no idea.
Is he massaging a moose?
Shall we see?
Yeah.
OK.
Surprise Ed Davey appears.
There is a general lack of respect for politicians these days. Did you see how the BBC reported Marine Le Pen's 5-year ban from French politics? Here it is.
Oh, Merton.
Lastly, what have 4 million Americans been duped into believing?
Donald Trump.
Prank videos on TikTok have led Americans to believe that there is a daily alarm in Britain.
Oh, yes, that's right. About making a cup of tea, isn't it?
Exactly.
There's an alarm goes off. Everybody here will know this. In Britain, there is a certain time of the day when an alarm goes off, and it means it's a cup of tea time.
That's right.
So you can knock on anybody's front door, and they have to, by law, give you a cup of tea. And that's true. That's true.
And this has been believed.
It has been. It's true.
A daily alarm in Britain reminds the public to drink a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Americans have been told when the tea alarm goes off, you just go into the nearest home, shop, building, and they will be making tea, and you will be given a cup.
I mean, it's funny when you say it because we all accept it as part of normal life, but when you actually look at it, you can see how they might be amused.
Yeah. If you don't drink a cup of tea when the tea alarm goes off, you will be prosecuted and fined £300. Yes, this is the dull economic bit of World War III, except this time, for once, the Americans are in it from the beginning. Donald Trump said he was going to redress the balance of years and years of looting, pillaging, raping and plundering the United States, which came as welcome news to 9 million Native Americans. Trump's tariffs even extend to the Heard and McDonald Islands, which are completely uninhabited with no buildings or human habitation whatsoever. Nonetheless, its economy is predicted to outgrow Britain's by 2020. Because of the new tariffs, items set for huge price increases here include whiskey and cigars. I guess Camilla will just have to make her savings elsewhere. Many Americans believe a tea alarm goes off in Britain at 3 in the afternoon and everything stops for tea. Of course, it's not true, although King Charles is planning to deploy it in his meeting with Donald Trump, scheduled for 2:55. It was also announced this week that Elon Musk will be stepping back from Donald Trump's inner circle. Just as well. Probably his tongue could do the rest. Ian and Bill, here are your news stories.
Oh, tell you what, you can put that. Rachel Reeves' next job. Ah, yes, a bargain. And that's the only way we can afford to fill potholes in now. This is the UK's economy, I suppose. Rachel Reeves' spring statement. The OBR has now downgraded our forecast of growth to 1%. AstroTurf grows faster than...
What was she hoping to create?
Growth.
And headroom.
Headroom.
£10 billion worth of headroom.
Yeah, it's fiscal headroom,
Yeah.
who's Max's brother. One of the teenagers. It's a ludicrous idea, isn't it? That she's got £10 billion to play with.
Yeah.
And then immediately after the tariffs announced, she hasn't.
In a move the Chancellor didn't see coming, Donald Trump has squeezed her buffer. What's Rachel Reeves encouraging people to do to get Britain building houses again?
Giving them a shovel and some cement.
Well,
Go get to it.
Yeah, she said the country needs more brickies, sparkies and chippies. Oh, yes, please. Mine's a large haddock.
Well, how are chippies building houses?
Carpenters.
Carpenters.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh! I'm learning so much. Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Was it not the most cringy thing, though, hearing a politician use those terms, use those trade terms, like
Yeah.
sparkies and chippies? It's like, that's what you say if you work on the site, not if you're, you know, the person who's...
Oh, I don't know. When you're offering them a cup of tea, you go, hello, Sparkies and Chippies. Would you like a good old cup of tea?
The way that Ian says it sounds like fellow pupils at his public schools. Hello, Sparkers. Fancy a game of croquet?
What do you call your butler?
Butler.
Do you have more than one?
No, there's a couple of them. But anyway, times are, you know, big cost of living crisis, so one or two of them may have to go.
Oh, now you tell me. That's the last gin and tonic you get off me.
According to the Times,
Yes.
Reeves is hoping to train 60,000 bricklayers over the next 5 years. Surprised he's got the time. What has she personally managed to save on?
Tickets to concerts.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely right. The cost of a corporate box to see singer Sabrina Carpenter.
Another carpenter.
Yes.
Sabrina Chippy, she's known as.
Was you there to recruit her?
There. She is at the O2, which she accepted as a freebie.
Why do they do it? Why do they accept these freebies?
She said she had to do it for security reasons.
Yeah.
And then she said it was a mistake. But they've been doing this ever since they got in, and people say, well, don't cut, you know, people's disability benefits in 1 week and then say, oh, by the way, I took a freebie. Because people don't like that. I mean, it's not difficult.
What's your favourite Sabrina Carpenter song, Ian?
Well, you know.
Please, please, please.
He's right.
Is that right?
Yes,
Wow.
When I saw the story, I did ask someone who was a bit younger than me.
Well, that could be anybody.
At a press conference this week, what
Yes.
did Kemi Badenoch do? Oh. Yeah, that is just to make a note whenever she's mentioned. It won't happen very often. What did Kemi Badenoch say the Conservatives would have done differently with regard to Labour's economic measures?
They'd have cut further, deeper, earlier.
She said we would not have created a budget that caused so much crisis.
Wow.
Well, perhaps apart from... But everyone's pretty much forgotten about that now. Should we have some good news?
Yes, go on then.
Because on Buzzers teams,
Yeah.
what is the good news regarding bubonic plague? Yes.
It's on the way back.
The UK Health Security Agency reported the country's first human case of bubonic plague, but it turned out to be an administrative error. So, no Black Death in Britain. More good news. What are children swallowing fewer of? Yes, Ian.
Coins,
Yes, absolutely right.
because there aren't any.
The Royal College of Surgeons say that children swallow far fewer coins than they used to.
Oh, so if you
and-
take a child to the hospital, they say there's no change. That's good.
Nice. This is apparently because of the move towards the cashless society.
Oh, I see.
How many vapes are they swallowing now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made up for it, probably.
And mobile phones and internets.
Finally, what's the good news for Just Stop Oil protesters? Yes.
They've succeeded in all their aims and they're going to disband.
Absolutely right. They say they don't need to protest anymore as Ed Miliband's department is committed to achieving net zero goals. So we won't see scenes like this again as two protesters caused absolute mayhem.
That's a graduation certificate, to be fair.
It's Magna Carta.
Oh,
They were trying to make a point about Magna Carta by breaking into it. and then they got arrested. Ironic in its way.
OK, well, that's the end of the good news.
Oh, no!
This week saw the launch of some local election campaigns. 1,600 council seats are up for grabs on May the 1st. Ed Davey declared that it would be a two-horse race, didn't he, between the Lib Dems and the Tories in many seats, which is an interesting turn of phrase. I wonder how he illustrated that.
Killing me. Oh.
There's 2 faults and a refusal to vote for him.
Sadly, during that, he did his hamstring, had to be covered by a blanket and shot. Meanwhile, Nigel Farage of Reform UK promised us the biggest rally in modern political history. So let's have a look at that. How did Nigel Farage make his entrance?
Did we just shot out of a cannon?
Was it in a rubber boat? That'd be funny. I mean, if you turn...
He came in on a JCB digger.
Yes.
I mean, they used to pay Boris.
Yes,
I mean, they were
did.
big Boris, but they've switched now.
Anyone see the Conservative local election launch?
Yes. No.
No. Apparently, Kemi Badenoch. That's hilarious. They've already given up.
Surely she's not coming up again.
Kemi Badenoch energised party activists in Buckinghamshire, saying, if you map the general election result of 2024 onto this coming May, we lose almost every single council. What about this Tory MP in a brothel in Bayswater? What was that story? Do we know?
Well, these diaries came out of the Assistant Chief Whip.
Former Tory Chief Whip, Simon Hart.
He actually made Chief Whip.
He revealed in his recently published diaries that he was once woken in the middle of the night by a call from a distressed MP. He claimed he'd met a woman at the Carlton Club who'd offered to buy him a drink, but he now believed she was a KGB agent because she had left him in a room in a brothel with 12 naked women and CCTV and was demanding £500. So Hart then devised an extraction mission. What did that involve?
It involves sending a taxi to go and get him.
That's exactly right. Sent a taxi to go and collect him. And what happened when the taxi went to collect the MP?
He then got in a car that he thought was the taxi, and apparently it was some other bloke who was offering him or said he needed to pay him like £1,000 for a blowjob or something.
That's exactly... you got it almost exactly.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was one of the 12 women.
According to Simon Hart, the MP told him, I legged it over and jumped in. However, it turned out to be a different taxi being driven by an Afghan agent called Ahmed. And then demanded £3,000 for a blowjob. Finally, let's pop over to the House of Lords to see what's been going on there. Here is Lord McCall of Dulwich with a fax machine concealed in his trousers. Yes, this is the state of the nation as we head towards the local elections. Here's Nigel Farage with Reform's new slogan, Reform will fix it. How's about that then, guys and gals? Another of Reform's slogans is Make Britain Great Again, which they shortened to MBGA, which I think was what Michael Gove was on. Rachel Reeves has defended her latest freebie, a Sabrina Carpenter concert, saying, I'm not personally a huge Sabrina Carpenter fan, but a member of my family did want to go. Here is Sabrina Carpenter. And I hope Rachel's husband had a lovely... And so to round 2. And with energy bills rising this week, it's a timely return for the human dynamo of news. So fingers on buzzers, teams.
Yeah.
Yes, Paul and Steph.
This is Meghan Markle launching her jam.
Yes.
And various other
Yes.
condiments. It's this brand. She's rebranded it, actually. So it was called American...
Riviera Orchard.
Yes, and now it's called As Ever.
As Ever.
Which is dead catchy, isn't it? And also, when you see As Ever written together, I kept thinking it said a severe. And I was like, a severe what, though? So, yeah.
Or a sever, which is what she did to the royal
sever,
family.
yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's the hidden meaning.
It's her version as an ancient...
Sorry, it's not a controversial point.
she's called it fruit spread.
Yes, not
There's
jam.
some problem with jam.
But in America, they call jam jelly, don't they?
Oh, yes.
When the car gets stuck, it's a traffic jelly.
Yeah. And the royal family are in a jelly.
That's a royal jelly.
There we are. You know how much that'll cost you?
$10, isn't it?
$14. That's
is it?
£10.80.
It's immediately sold out.
Yes.
Which I thought was good, unless there's only 2 jars.
Yes.
What does Meghan tell jam eaters to do once they've run out of her raspberry spread?
Oh, they wanted to keep the jam jars,
That's
don't they?
exactly right. Meghan did also say you could use the jar to tuck away love notes or special treasures and to remember this pivotal moment with me. Think of it as our time capsule.
I think you're being rather cynical. I think it would make a lovely holder for writs from charities that your husband works for.
Have you seen her show, her TV show?
I haven't, I'll be honest.
I have.
Have you?
Yep. At one point, she said, a brilliant thing you can do is serve pretzels, and she got out a bag of pretzels and then poured it into another bag and then put it on the table. That was it. That was cooking.
And they were peanut butter flavoured, and she said, my friend Dan's favourite flavour, but I'm just going to may contain nuts, just in case he doesn't know. And it's like, well, is peanut butter his favourite flavour, or is he allergic to nuts? She also, like, keeps bees. Well, she says she keeps bees, but she held each honeycomb like it was covered in shit. She was just like... I love coming out and just getting in touch with nature, and you could just see she's about to throw up, because...
Lastly, in another example of broadcasting excellence, did you hear Wayne Bavin recently on BBC Radio Suffolk?
No.
No.
OK,
But I'd love to.
Let's listen now.
Yes.
Life was unrecognisable. What things do you remember from 20 years ago? Let me get the travel.
I think perhaps, Isaac, you should get Wayne some water.
Just had one of Meghan's pretzels.
This is the news that the Duchess of Sussex's raspberry jam is now on sale. Meghan also recently shared a photo of a lemon tart, claiming in the UK it's a traditional treat for Mother's Day. Really? Never seen a petrol station selling those. Fingers on buzzers, team. Another of these.
Say what you see. Bananas.
Yes.
They're making a comeback.
Are they standing in local council elections?
No. What might have been surprising about Kate Wright from Kendall's banana?
It looked like Donald Trump. It looked like the Pope.
Jesus.
Didn't look like anyone.
It didn't look like any... Oh, that was a surprising thing. It didn't look like
I would
anyone.
say you opened it.
Yes.
And there was no banana inside.
And inside, there was the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
American Declaration of Independence. Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney was in a banana. I read this story.
OK.
Opened up the banana and said, hello, I'm Wayne Rooney.
Kate Wright from Kendall was tucking into her breakfast one day when she found a rare double banana.
What?
Yes, in which a single banana grows with 2 distinct fingers. Would you like to see Kate's double
Yes.
banana?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, here it is clothed, and here it is unclothed.
Whoa. It's like a Twix.
Recounting her experience to the BBC,
Yes.
Kate ended with the thrilling denouement. It tasted like a completely normal banana. There was nothing unusual about it at all.
Was this Panorama or...?
Or Banana-rama.
Now, what's the best thing to do with a banana in the morning?
Shove it up... Make a fruit salad and put it on your cereal.
Probably.
Yeah.
According to an online influencer, though, whose full 6-hour morning routine begins at 3:52 a.m, you should start the day by rubbing one on your face as part of a banana peel facial. And the
Why has he got the time written on his moustache? That must be awkward having to change that every minute.
Yeah.
The influencer's name is Ashton Hall. where we used to Christmas when I was young. This is the news that a woman in Cumbria was astonished to discover a double banana in her fruit bowl. Kate Wright told the Daily Mail, "We waited until Sunday, and then me and my husband had the double banana," which, from memory, is page 247 of the Kama Sutra. Time now for the odd one out round. Just one between you this week. Your four are Donald Trump, the Virgin Mary, Paddington,
Yes.
and a cow in Lincolnshire.
The statue of Paddington was defaced and debodied
Yes, that's right.
And stolen.
and stolen.
Yes, it
There's a
was.
couple of army engineers.
Yeah, I think this is about representations of people that they don't like, because there was a fuss over some cow statues
Yes.
that were made
Yep.
that nobody liked, and Trump didn't like a picture of him.
Yes, exactly right.
Everyone hated the pictures except they liked Paddington.
They like Paddington, exactly right. Very well done indeed. Artworks depicting all of them have faced calls for removal, apart from Paddington, whose much-loved statue was forcibly removed from its park bench near Newbury. This is Paddington before and after the incident.
Oh, it's
Here
quite
he is
distressing.
in the hometown of author Michael Bond. And here he is after the regrettable incident. According to The Spectator, they erected a forensics tent, and it's here. There it is.
Do you reckon it's Paddington who's bought all of Meghan's jam?
2 RAF engineers appeared in court. You're absolutely right. Judge Sam Guzzi told them, "Your actions are the antithesis of everything Paddington stands for."
An adult man said that.
Yeah. Which artwork upset Donald Trump recently?
It was an artwork that had been paid for by supporters of his, and he said it was the most disgraceful portrait anyone's ever seen.
Yeah.
It was a terrible thing, and they've sort of... Was it Wisconsin again?
It was Colorado
Colorado.
State Capitol.
Yes.
He's ordered the portrait of himself to be removed from the building, complaining that it was purposefully distorted to a level that even I, perhaps, have never seen. Let's have a
It's
look
not
at
that
it.
bad.
He just looks like he's storing jam in his cheeks, doesn't he?
It's better than this.
Well, is that a waxwork, is it?
Yeah.
That's not good.
How have cows in Lincolnshire caused upset?
Because they've sculptures that look like they've been made from papier-mâché, don't
That's
they?
exactly right, yeah. Civic Society in Spalding has come under fire for spending £43,000 on statues of cows and sheep in the town centre that residents have said are pointless, bizarre and look like papier-mâché. Here they are.
Well, he's pretty good in the middle.
The Civic Society chairman insisted they will encourage people to visit Spalding for a day. Or half a day. The depiction of the Virgin Mary upset residents of a Polish town. It was a 200-year-old shrine in Poland. It's been mocked online after an amateur attempted its restoration.
Oh, dear.
So here is what it looked like until recently. There is the shrine before.
Blimey.
I mean, it's not fantastic.
Like a Wallace and Gromit character.
Mind you, she's got a fist on her, hasn't she? Look at that.
Here she is after the restoration.
And the eyeballs leaking.
From Wallace and Gromit to The Simpsons. It was that.
How has a Wensleydale vicar upset his flock?
He confused the term brass rubbing with bras rubbing. Got into trouble with a front row pew.
Residents in Askerig, Wensleydale are furious after a 15th century church tower was given a lime wash render. They were promised it would be a soft honey colour.
Yes.
Here's what it looked like before.
Yeah, lovely.
Here's what it looks like now.
Oh, that's punchy, isn't it?
That's not good.
Yes, Reverend Dave Clark is sticking to his guns, and he's saying, with my hand on my heart, I can say it is not white. Let's have another look. Finally, which depiction of Keir Starmer is proving unpopular? It's Keir's official Toby jug. On sale in the House of Commons gift shop for £35, and apparently it is one of the most unpopular. It is even outsold by John Major and Theresa May. Here it is.
Well, I mean, who would buy that?
So is there a Liz Truss Toby jug?
There must be.
There's the Liz Truss Toby jug.
Oh, yeah.
See, that actually looks quite like her.
I think she was quite mean when joining in rounds in pubs, so this is one way of getting a drink out of her. Oh, fuck off.
The artworks depicting all of these have faced calls for their removal, apart from Paddington, whose much-loved statue was forcibly removed from its park bench in Newbury. According to the Daily Mail, the two vandals were fined and told to complete 150 hours of unpaid work. And Paddington is now back where he belongs, which, according to the Daily Mail, is darkest Peru. Meanwhile, a vicar in the Yorkshire Dales has annoyed locals by repainting his ancient church tower, so it now looks like this. How very unlike the church to whitewash something. Which means it is now time for the missing words round.
Oh, how lovely.
Time now for the missing words round, which this week features as its guest publication, Gurdy World, the publication for hurdy-gurdy players and enthusiasts. A beginner's hurdy-gurdy, rather sweetly, is called a nerdy-gurdy. And if you buy a nerdy-gurdy, then a hurdy-gurdy, the one after that is called a thirdy-gurdy. And we start with 20% of Brits say they would struggle to recognise what?
Percentages.
Uzbekistan is an independent state. Themselves in the mirror. Their husband doing the washing up.
Or to recognise badger.
What?
What?
Yeah, this is according to a survey by the Camping and Caravanning Club. Most of the time, a mother and father badger will have 1 or 2 offspring, but according to the Badger Trust, a litter can be up to 5 baby badgers, or as it's known, a full set. Next, having trouble adjusting your hurdy-gurdy, you need what?
A spannery-wannery.
A sturdy hurdy-gurdy.
Sturdy.
You need Barry Atkins, the country's leading hurdy-gurdy repairer.
You need to join Gurdy World's 2-hour adjustment and maintenance workshop. They've actually contacted the show to invite us along to the workshop, which is on April the 27th from 2 to 4 p.m.
Oh.
The 27th, how annoying, I'm free. Next, bird in Hertfordshire. What? Twice in 1 week?
Oh, it's attacking... Well, they've caught it. They've caught it as of Thursday. It's been caught. Hawk has been attacking people. They attacked the same man twice in 1 week.
Absolutely right. Steals man's hat.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a hawk in Flamstead, which has been terrorising locals and stole 91-year-old Glyn Parry's hat twice in 1 week. As you can see, poor old Glyn has cunningly fastened his hat using a shoelace. Very clever. Unfortunately, since that photo was taken, the hawk has now flown off with his shoe. Next, when what, consider inserting a piece of foam to protect your crank.
Is it dogging? It is, isn't it?
Please tell me that.
No, it's not.
No.
Wait, no.
Or
Matt.
is it like when transporting your hurdy-gurdy? When shipping your hurdy-gurdy?
I think I'm going to give you that, yes. When looking for a suitable place to store your hurdy-gurdy. According to the editor of Gurdy World, one frequently asked question is, where can I buy a hurdy-gurdy?
Yeah.
Followed a couple of weeks later by, where can I sell a hurdy-gurdy? Next, police helicopter searching for cannabis farm finds what?
Cannabis farm, easy. Next one.
They find pensioners with the heating turned up.
Heat-seeking device in a helicopter.
Yeah, the police raided their house after the helicopter's thermal imaging camera led them to believe they had special equipment to grow cannabis.
What, because some pensioners had actually turned the heating on?
Yeah.
That's very rare, is it now?
Very rare. Here are the unfortunate couple. Even worse, when she answered the door and the police said, where's the dope? She said he's on the sofa watching television. Next, if you've never what, this summer's hurdy-gurdy retreat could be the perfect chance.
If you've never explored the upside of hearing loss, this summer's hurdy-gurdy retreat could be the perfect chance.
If you've never touched a hurdy-gurdy before, this summer's hurdy-gurdy retreat could be the perfect chance. The 4-day workshop includes a private beach, hiking trails, views of the mountains, dancing, beachside bonfires, games, and much more. Actually sounds quite fun. But still, a couple of reasons not to go. Hurdy and gurdy. Finally, woman with world record for the largest mouth demonstrates by what?
Eating a hurdy-gurdy.
Shoving a bowling ball in a gob. Swallowing East Sussex.
Woman with world record for the largest mouth demonstrates by holding a wine bottle in it.
Blimey.
Here she is.
Wow.
I don't think that's that hard.
No.
That's the traditional way you're meant to serve it, actually.
While we're on the subject, would anyone like to see the woman with the world's largest tongue playing Jenga?
Yes, please.
I hope you say that.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Wow! But, I mean, if you were going to get the world's largest tongue, would you choose to play Jenga with it?
What would you do?
But
So the final scores are... Ian and Phil have 5, Paul and Steph have 7.
Oh, no. Well done.
But before we go, there is just time for the caption competition. Ian and Phil have this.
New Uber service in Birmingham.
Paul and Steph, you get that.
Oh, the first step into reintroducing Prince Andrew into public life.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists, Ian Hislop and Phil Wang, Paul Merton and Steph McGovern, and I leave you with news that, after escaping from a gallery, Michelangelo's David checks back down the high street to see if he's being followed. There's a rare moment of calm in the world as a Sharpie runs out of ink. And speculation about the identity of the new James Bond reaches fever pitch. Good night.